the year 4713 in the lunar calendar. And by the way, the ram is the 8th animal in the zodiac, and 8's lucky, so you got to participate in our Dragon Boat Festival this year. I want to introduce, and for many of you have already met him, but it's his first time to one of our spring receptions here. This is the 21st year that the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office has sponsored a Hong Kong Chinese New Year Spring Festival here in Atlanta. The numbers are starting to mount up. And the new director in New York, who came to his posting just this past August of last year, is Mr. Steve Barclay. Steve is my immediate boss, so be sure as you see him during the night, tell him what a great job I'm doing, okay? Thanks. Steve, without further ado, comments, please.
Thank you very much, Gene. Ladies and gentlemen, Commissioner Clement, distinguished guests, welcome. I can assure you that you don't need to tell me what a great job Gene is doing. We've just interviewed him for a new term, and he's already told me. This is my first Chinese New Year celebration in Atlanta since I took my post in New York in August, but it's certainly not my first visit to Atlanta. Gene dragged me down here within weeks of taking up office. I was trying to hunt for flats and get myself sorted out in New York at the time, but Gene told me it was far more important that I be here in Atlanta, so here I came. I'd just like to echo what Gene has said. I also agree that it's the year of the ram. I'm an Aries, so I'm a ram myself. So, Gung Fat Choi to all of you. I just want to say a little bit about Hong Kong and its links with arts and culture. You may not all see that linkage, but I would assert that it's very strong. If, for example, you look at your invitation card for this evening, you'll see that it depicts a trio of sheep, goats, or rams, ushering in a prosperous new year. The design for this was by an American artist, Michael Sloan, who is very well known throughout the country, based in New Haven in Connecticut. And he recently spent a year living in Hong Kong, where he spent much of his time sketching traditional street scenes in Hong Kong and markets and so on. Some phenomenal work which is shows the vibrancy of Hong Kong in a very sympathetic light. And he's currently in Hong Kong showing an exhibition of his work. And I just cite this as an example of the kind of Hong Kong-American artistic exchange that I hope to be able to promote and cultivate whilst I'm here. But beyond that, Hong Kong is developing as an arts scene in a number of ways. Some of you will know about the development of West Kowloon, the big 100-acre arts and cultural hub that's currently under development in Kowloon, near the Star Ferry. And when this is complete, it will be one of the largest arts and culture precincts in the world, and start thinking about your first trip to go and enjoy your time there. Currently in Hong Kong, this month, March, has been dubbed Arts Month, with a variety of very exciting events taking place. You may know, for example, that Art Basel Hong Kong, it will be taking place in the next few days, between 15th and 17th of March. This is bringing top artists' work and talents and galleries from all over the world, including the US, to Hong Kong to take advantage of the growing interest in art in Hong Kong and, of course, in mainland China. Hong Kong will also see a new art fair called Art Central, from the 14th to the 16th of March, which is hoping to engage the next generation of young artists in Hong Kong and get them involved with established galleries and art spaces. And of course, the world-famous Hong Kong Arts Festival, the 43rd of its type, is currently underway until 29th of March. This features about 1,500 artists from around the world in over 130 performances. So arts in Hong Kong is now vibrant, and I think I defy anybody to suggest that Hong Kong is still a cultural desert, as used to be said. Now is time for a quick advertisement. My office has a new Facebook page. So all of you here below any age, I want you to go to Hong Kong Meets America. I want you to like us and follow us. Every day there are new posts about what my office is doing, what other organisations are doing concerning Hong Kong around America, and featuring advance information about what's happening in Hong Kong to help your trips back there. I do hope you like the page. I do hope you like this evening. And I do hope you'll like... Excellent. I do hope you'll like to hear from my boss, Commissioner Clement Lowe. Thank you, Clement.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office to celebrate Chinese New Year with us. First of all, Happy New Year. 恭喜發財，恭喜發財. It is very customary for us in Hong Kong to use Chinese New Year or gatherings during this period to share with friends what we have achieved over the past year and to look forward. And on a personal level, I arrived just a little over 1 year ago, and I have traveled this vast and diverse country, from Boston to Bozeman, and from Missoula to Miami. And in fact, I just returned from Hawaii 2 weeks ago, and that is the number 10 state that I covered. Last year, 2014, was a great year for Hong Kong's bilateral relations with the United States. In terms of trade, we bought $40 billion worth of goods made in America. And we concluded agreements with the US government to combat tax evasion. Airlines have opened new direct flights to 3 US cities. They are Seattle, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Newark. And I'll be going to Massachusetts again in May to welcome Cathay Pacific's inaugural direct flight to Boston. And economically, our GDP managed to grow by about 2.3% last year, despite very strong headwind in the global economy. And we achieved a state of full employment with a jobless rate of only 3.2%. The Heritage Foundation and the Wall Street Journal continue to rank Hong Kong as the freest economy of the world. That is now for 21 years in a row. As some of you may know, the Financial Secretary just announced his budget for this year, for 2015. And again, he is able to cut taxes, increase expenditure, and enlarge our fiscal reserves. I don't know how he could do it, because if he can do it for this country, I think he could have his party win the White House and the Senate and the House 3 times in a row. And on the political front, we are facing more difficult times. And although it is probably an exaggeration to say that 2014 was annus horribilis for politics in Hong Kong, our challenges are really unprecedented. The debate on constitutional reform triggered what we call the Occupy movement that blocked our cities for 79 days. There were very strong feelings and polarizing views in our community. While the tension ran very high, and the Occupy movement ended largely peacefully. with ample room for our people to express their views, not just to people in Hong Kong, but to the world. And despite some confrontation between some protesters and the police, nobody was seriously hurt. And this actually speaks volume about Hong Kong's civility and the rights and freedom that our citizens enjoyed under one country, two systems. So, and of course the local and the international media is totally free to cover the events. So, and the rule of law and judicial independence remain rock solid. So in a nutshell, Hong Kong is still a very unique place on this planet. And at the moment, our colleagues in Hong Kong are working very hard trying to forge a consensus on this very difficult issue. And I hope that we can, all parties can display the kind of pragmatism, the kind of flexibility, and the kind of can-do spirit that is found in the DNA of all ordinary Hong Kong people to overcome this big challenge. We are very conscious that political controversy should not knock us off our balance. So we continue to make plans in the long term to stay ahead of the game. And we are embarking on an ambitious program to build 500,000 homes in 10 years. And we continue to consolidate our position as China's global financial market and center, and the most significant offshore renminbi center. We are also working to promote new growth sectors like innovation technology, intellectual property training, arbitration, etc. And we are upgrading the quality of our workforce and making it easier for talented people and entrepreneurs from the US and elsewhere around the world to come, stay, live, work, and found a business in Hong Kong. We're also continuing to press ahead with our infrastructural program, the high-speed rail link, the 18-mile bridge linking us with Macau and the western part of Guangdong, the third runway for our airport. I know that you're trying to build a sixth runway in Atlanta, a new business district in the old Kai Tak Airport, and a 100-acre cultural center that Steve just mentioned. So I hope our friends in the US will continue to give us the support we need to stay ahead of the game and to compete in the race. And I look forward to continuing my travels in this great country to build upon our unique friendship and partnership. And a lot of people mentioned that this is the year of the ram, the sheep, or the goat. It doesn't really matter because we Chinese eat all of them. Don't worry, we are not serving them today. And we are not even giving you lamb chop. But seriously, the animal symbolizes peace, harmony, and adaptability. And I wish you all a peaceful and prosperous new year. And finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my team in the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office, including Jean, of course. They are the one who is doing all the hard work in the past year so that I can stand here and claim credit. So let us give them a big round of applause.
Thank you, Clement. Just one more thing before we open the buffet lines for what we think is some very good food. We're going to have a toast, and participating will be Commissioner Clement Leung, Mr. Steve Barclay, Director of the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office, New York, and from our Board of Directors for the Hong Kong Association of Atlanta, our President, Mr. Bill Ramsey, Board members Henry Yu and Judge Al Wong, and then from the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, New York, Mr. Anthony Mott, and from Invest Hong Kong in our New York office, Ms. Christy Shaw.